What is the crack, everybody, and welcome to my video where I got the Platinum Trophy for Assassin's Creed Revelations. And for this game, we're actually after leaving Firenze and Rome, and we're in Masyaf, which was home to the Assassins from the first game. Now the Templars have moved in, but they're fairly shitty tenants, so Ezio has come to evict them. The majority of the game though will take place in Istanbul, and the reason why Ezio has come so far is he wants to see what Altair has hidden in his library. And the only way to do that is to find 5 keys throughout Istanbul. And this fugly looking captain here gave us a little black book that'll help us find all them keys that we need. And once that's done, I got my first trophy, Best Served Cold, which you get from just completing the first sequence of the game. While Ezio is looking for keys, Desmond is trapped on an island vacation in the Animus. And once Ezio reaches Istanbul, we actually get to meet the leader of the assassins in that area, and that is Yusuf. He's a funny fella. Yusuf then tells us that we need an upgrade for our hidden blade, and it's called a hook blade. And Yusuf is even kind enough to show us how to use it. Along with the hook blade, we also get to use zip lines. The hook blade and the zip lines weren't the only new thing they added. They also added in a tower defense minigame, and I quite liked it. And if you played this game, did you like it? And the last new thing they introduced to this game was bombs, because that's the first thing I think of when I think of an assassin. And then I got my second trophy after completing the second sequence. And with a bit of exploring, Ezio manages to find a key for Altair's vault. But it's not just any normal key Altair uses. He uses a circular key that contains memories, so we actually get to play as Altair. And just like Brotherhood, we're back to training assassins as well. And Ezio must be the best trainer for assassins ever, because his apprentice is now a full-fledged assassin. I actually managed to unlock 2 trophies here, and one of them was my protege, which you get for bringing a trainee all the way to rank of assassin. And the other trophy was called Seal the Deal, which you get for completing sequence 3. And after so many years, Ezio finally manages to get his revenge against all the loot players. He does have a reason, but it's also very good just to stop the music. And the reason is because Ezio wants to make friends with royalty in Istanbul to make it a bit easier on him finding things. And once we're done with the introductions, Ezio goes and helps a woman called Sophia, who's helping us decipher the books to find the keys for Altair's vault. And speaking of keys, after crawling around for a little bit, Ezio manages to find another key for Altair's vault. And with that key, we're once again back with Altair, and we get to see another bit of his life and what happens after he takes out his leader. And once we're done with Altair, we're on to our next trophy, which is the Prince, which you get for completing DNA sequence 4. Ezio needs access to a restricted area, so he decides to do the only thing he can and start a riot. And for this next trophy, Ezio decides to pull a Wesley Snipes and just not pay his taxes. And after Ezio is done fighting his way through Templars and crawling around in a deep dark hole, we finally get another key for Altair's vault. And while playing as Altair, we get our next trophy, Overkill, which is killing 50 guards with your hidden blades. And once we're done with Altair doing his thing, we go back to Ezio and we get our next trophy, The Plot Thickens, which you get for completing DNA sequence 5. Ezio is a man of many talents, but I bet you didn't know he could change his clothes as quickly as this. Ezio then gets one of his most dangerous missions, I think, throughout the whole game series. He has to go pick flowers. Ezio then trades flowers for information, and we go find another key of Altair's vault. And we are back once again with Altair, and we get to see him as an older man returning to Masyaf after he was ran out. And he takes back the assassins from a man that could not have led them any worse. Ezio asks his new friend the Prince, can he get him on a ship to a new place where the Templars are? And of course the Prince says, yeah, no bother. And once Ezio is on the ship and he starts making his way towards this new place, I got a new trophy, and it was called Success and Failures, and it's for completing DNA sequence 6. While in the new area, I decided to prepare a little bit and make a few bombs, and after I did, I got the next trophy, Craft Maniac, which you get for crafting 30 bombs. Ezio then tries to take out a very important and very angry Templar, and he just laughs at him and comes back to life. Spooky. While here, Ezio decides to destroy a lot of weapons the Templar have with a big, massive bang. Ezio takes out the man who brought all the guns to this place and a high-ranking member of the Templar Order. He also gets the last key needed for Altair's vault. We also then find out who the leader of the Templars are, and they threaten to hurt the woman who Ezio has feelings for. So we have to race back to Istanbul. While on the boat trip back to Istanbul, Ezio decides to take a look at Altair's memory, and we get to see Altair in a very old age, but he is being attacked at this time. Nothing that him and his assassins can't handle though. And once I had all the missions done, I got the next trophy, Old Boss, New Boss. And once Ezio is back, he decides to bring the fight to the Templars and rescue the love of his life. And once Ezio had Sophia rescued and the Templars taken care of, I got my next trophy, and it was called Priorities. And Ezio decides to retire after he's seen all that Altair has to offer. He says there's enough for one lifetime. And since I got 100 synchronization through all the memories, I got the next trophy called Fond Memories. Desmond also has a conversation with the ones who came before, and they tell him exactly what to do. So he wakes up from his vacation And this gives us our last trophy, Revelations, which is also the last story trophy. And now we don't play as Desmond or Ezio. We actually get to learn a little bit more about 16 and what happened during his life. And there is a few memories to get through, and this is memory 1. And I got my first trophy here, which is called Save Yourself, and you get this for landing on a block after falling 25 meters. After taking a leap of faith in memory 2, I finally completed it and I got the trophy, part of the creed. During memory 3, I managed to get my next trophy, which was called Jump They Say, and you get this for reaching the Animus Memo and also completing memory 3. Trying to make some of the jumps in these levels nearly had me pulling out my hair. The next trophy I got was called Enter the Animus, and you get this for, as it says, entering the Animus and completing memory 4. I feel bad for Clay, his life was quite sad. The next trophy I managed to unlock was called Meet Your Maker, which you get for just completing memory 5. I was gonna leave out memory 6 because nothing interesting really happens, except I came across this very weird glitch and I sat there way longer than I ever should have. While in memory 7, I got my next trophy was Cross the Sticks Without Dying, and you get this for crossing the sticks without dying. And while still in memory 7, I got the next trophy called Find All the Pieces, which throughout all the memories you have to collect these little cubes, and there's 20 of them. And then finally for this trophy I got the loop, which was just complete memory 7, and we begin the memories all over again. And this next trophy I got was called Impress Warren Vidic. You're supposed to get this during memory 4 by not dying on a certain part of the level. And the next trophy I got was called Breaking the Loop, which you get in memory 5 and collecting all the pieces I mentioned before. Using those pieces you take a different exit this time. And that's the end of Clay's story. And now we go on to play as Desmond, and only Desmond for now. And the next trophy I managed to acquire was called the Early Years, which you get for completing the first memory with Desmond. And after going through Desmond's second memory, I got the next trophy, the Reluctant Assassin. After listening to Desmond's memory 3, I managed to unlock the next trophy called Escape to New York. After listening to Desmond give out about how homesick he is, I got the next trophy, the Rotten Apple, which you get for completing Desmond's memory 4. And this was the last trophy I got in Desmond's memories, which was called Are You Desmond Miles? And you get this for completing Desmond's memory 5. And now for the rest of the trophies, we're back with Ezio. Starting off with Show Off, which you get from parachuting right onto his zipline. I wonder did this assassin actually think I would just ignore him because he's not looking at me. He's standing on a fucking roof. And the next trophy I got is called Capped, and you get this for collecting 100 data fragments with Ezio. Ezio really needs to let go of his grudges because this next trophy I got is called Bully, and it's for beating up the man from the second game that cheated on his sister. And then I ran around the place collecting all the memoir pages I could to get the next trophy worth 1,000 words. The trophy I got then was called Armchair General, and you get this for just controlling all the districts in the Mediterranean. And after exploring the Hagia Sophia, I found some cool new armor, and I managed to unlock a trophy called Holy Wisdom. And this next trophy I got was called Pyromaniac, and you get this for completing all the bomb missions. This next trophy took me a couple attempts, but I finally got it, and it's named Mousetrap. And how you get this trophy is you trap 5 guards with cowl traps, and you unalive them with scaffolding. For the next few trophies, this area is going to be the most unluckiest place for any guard to be. And we're going to start with Mosh Pit, which is poisoning 10 guards at one time. And in the same area, a couple hours later, I got the next trophy, I Can See You, which you get for unaliving 5 guards under the cover of a smoke bomb. And once a new set of guards are all back at their positions, I unlocked another trophy called Lightning Strike, which is got by unaliving 5 guards in 5 seconds with your hidden blade. And just because I'm a nice guy, I decided to leave the next set of guards alone and get the next trophy, Iron Curtain, which you get for defending a base perfectly without using a cannon. Next trophy, Silent but Deadly. You have to kill 3 guards at one time with throwing knives. And to do this, I had to replay an old mission. It's taken me so much energy to avoid the fart joke. And on to this next trophy called Monster Dance. And to get it, you have to poison a guard and let him hurt 3 civilians. And I thought I messed this trophy up so bad, but it actually turned out I got it. And this is another trophy where you have to use your parachutes, and it's called Almost Flying. And you get it for parachuting down from Galta Tower all the way into the sea, or the Golden Horn if you want to say that. This next trophy I got was called Fast Fingers, and it's you loot 50 dead guard bodies with the help of thieves. And for this next trophy, I had to channel my inner Spider-Man and get the trophy Spider Assassin. Just to get the trophy, all you have to do is climb the Hagia Sophia in less than 25 seconds from the ground up. And I got 2 trophies here. The first one was the Mentor, which you get when 7 trainees turn full assassin. And because I got the Mentor trophy, it unlocks the next trophy, A Friend Indeed, which is got for completing all faction challenges in one group. This next trophy actually kind of annoyed me a little bit. It's called Sage, and you get it for buying all the books in Constantinople and the area that the Templars own. And this popped at a random time a couple of minutes after I bought the last book. And then I finally got the Platinum trophy called The Conqueror. And this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it, and let me know which is your favorite game in the Ezio collection. I also hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye.